It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And we'll see the 2021 Comeback Player of the Year, Joe Burrow. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the Cowboys and the Vikings, next on Madden Football.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out.
They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now.
From the 25 on second down, Jackson, he gets it to Burks again.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Here's Jackson. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And there's a big gain inside the 30 before being dropped.
Pick up at 28 yards.
You know, when we call it a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And this is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. DJ Moore, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. They're led out by last season's Comeback Player of the Year. In his 3rd season now, it's Joe Burrow.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. The 4 touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
A first carry for Tyler Algier.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Cowboys first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. The Cowboys at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. There's Chris Olave. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Handing it off, right side, Algier. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On the draw, this is Henderson. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a carry for Algier, headed right. And he stopped immediately there. We'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
And I think this is a run we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding it for a short gain.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They go play action with Burrow. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Algier will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
First down. Here's Burrow.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Here's Burrow. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Second down and goal. Burrow. Touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth
From 3 yards out.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Jackson looking to throw on third.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And Jackson throwing once more. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on third down, Jackson.
And he'll find Hall. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And brought in downfield by Burks. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Again, Jackson. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. On third down, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. So right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number, and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second, here's Algier. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Burrow once again here on second and 10. And that is incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. That's It's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and it is not near enough to pick up the first. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Hall again on 2nd down. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Now it's Jackson. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 37.
Just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the slant, Burks. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
From the 31, Jackson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. To throw again is Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Now Jackson. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. George Pickens from 3 yards out. And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that amazingly a 17-play drive. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, trying to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. There's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. David Ojabo in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And we all know how talented this guy is. He's called the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So pass past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Burrow on third down. And able to catch it on the left sideline with the ball out of bounds. So incomplete. Something they'd like to have back as it brings up third down. There's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's taken on the 25. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
From midfield now, Burrow. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Right side complete. That's Woods.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
on first down. This one taken in by Olave. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
We've seen that before. Jeffrey Simmons making a stop behind the line.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Burrow will throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys have now moved out in front.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And now out comes Minnesota. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson.
Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Can't go with try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
Dialing up that play call, so they really grab a little extra shot of courage on that one because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Jackson. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Edwards-Helaire is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll try to run with Hall. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that. But let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. This defense here budging back-to-back carries in just 2 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 49 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He gets this one to Burks. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Jackson completes this one to Pickens. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Brings up 3rd down.
Jackson now. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken a 4th quarter lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and go. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. First down. Here's Burrow. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. They go play action with Burrow. For left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He completes it to Olave. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
To the air again, Burrow. And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. A quick throw, but incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blocking it out of attempts. This time on 3rd down.
There's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
From the 36, Jackson out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Agnew now to return. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. On the give, Algier headed left. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Burrow looking to pass. Able to find his man, Woods. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Slant pass complete to Olave.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Burrow. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Algier going straight ahead.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
They'll run forward with Algier.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Vikings have just about sealed this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, an interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, first lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Here's Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. On the return, here's Agnew. 6-yard return after a punt of 48.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So now the Cowboys down by a field goal. At time, a huge factor. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10.
Throwing, Burrow. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's Burrow.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice pickup of 17 yards. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Burrow. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down at the 27. To throw, Burrow. He'll get this underneath to Henderson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Burrow. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it's fourth down, so they got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
So a big kick coming down for Jake Elliott. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled off the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Jackson running again. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
They run it with Hall off the option.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
A.J. Epinesa rushing in there and hitting him for a loss.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Jackson. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Opening drive of overtime and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Chase Young
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that changes everything here in OT.
And now that changes things in a big way because you're forced to try a long field goal to hopefully get something out of that opening drive in overtime, and it's unsuccessful. And now on the other sideline, maybe you just need a couple of first downs, get your own kicker set up with a chance to win this game.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll go back to Henderson on first down. Down to the 42, second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. There's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's thrown underneath to Algier. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Burrow's throw caught by Olave.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Now Burrow. That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Burrow.
Got an open man, it's Olave.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic.